Those ordered pairs can look a few different ways, right? So you can have an actual set of ordered pairs. Right, and these fancy brackets are just to say this is the relation. These three ordered pairs are what we're comparing to each other. Okay. I mean, just you can put squiggles on either end. I'll know what you're trying to do. Right. So you can have an actual set of ordered pairs. You can have a table. Right, this is the same information, just one is its ordered pairs, one is as a table.
Oh, you're so smart.
Yep, that would be our function. Yep. Okay. You can have, and this is kind of like what they were showing on the Ed puzzle. It's called a mapping, which is very similar. Yeah, but we're not really doing the rules right now. We're just identifying if it's a function or not. So these are the four different ways you can show a relation. You can have ordered pairs, a table, a mapping, where then you connect them, and that's what they did with the vending machine.
No, the one
Yep. Or you can have a graph. Where you just put the ordered pairs. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. So all of these are considered relations. What we're going to do today is decide, is a relation a function? So then we have to talk about, well, what is a function? Does anybody remember from the Ed puzzle what makes something qualify as a function? Cooper?
So when one input has the same output every time?
Kind of.
As one output.
Every input has one output, right? You shouldn't be able to hit the number 2 on a vending machine and sometimes get water and sometimes get gum, right? If you hit number 2, you should always get chips, whatever it's supposed to be, okay? So it's a special type of relation. Where every input has one output. Okay.
What? You don't
Fish
like
sticks are
fish sticks?
good. What?
It depends. It has to be like a certain. It has to be like a good brand. Because if it's not, I'll get sick. I've gotten food. I've gotten food. I've gotten food poisoning from fish sticks like 3 times.
Oh, wow.
That's some really bad luck. Were they all the same kind? Or were they from different
I think
places?
it was 2. I think I tried one and twice, and I got it both times, and I stopped doing it. And I tried another time, and I got it.
Okay, so if we have X and Y as our ordered pairs, and what you guys are going to learn about this year specifically is everything is about our ordered pair X and Y. Everything. Everything in algebra comes back to an ordered pair X and Y and how do we work it into different scenarios and different situations. So this little ordered pair here that you guys started mapping and graphing when you were like in 3rd grade, it's going to be, that's all algebra is. X's and Y's. And how they are graphed and what you can do with them. Okay? So the other name we have for X is input. Right? That's our input that was going into the machine. We did something to it. The output was the Y. Okay, so Y is output. X is input. They also have another name, domain and range. Right? So X, Y, X is the input domain, Y is the output and range. Okay, so the next piece of paper, we're going to start talking about how to determine if something is a function or not. The questions we'll ask ourselves. Is anybody still copying this? No? Okay, I'm going to go on to my next paper because I ran out of room. So we're just going to look at different relations and try to decide if what I give you is in fact a function or not.
I need to stretch. I feel like I'm in the car.
That's why I got up at sleep.
You tried to read a book on the bus? That's a bad idea.
Yeah, it's still.
I don't even read a book in the classroom.
Okay, so I'm going to draw you guys a diagram over here.
My headache's still with me.
So today what we're doing is we're looking at a relation to decide if it is a function
You're 200 pages behind.
or not a function.
I'm ahead.
Done on Wednesday.
I'm ahead. You dropped your towel.
Thank you. Okay, so this is what we're doing today. Eventually, we will start talking about whether or not these functions are linear or nonlinear.
Oh, you're just writing this down?
Nope. This is where we are today. We're not here yet. So just to clarify, I don't want anybody trying to tell me, well, that would be a linear function. We're not talking about linear or nonlinear. We don't care about that today. Today, all I want you to be able to do is say function or not a function.
I can do that already.
This is where we are today. Okay? People, I don't want you guys to rush ahead because then you confuse yourselves and then it's no bueno. Okay. So here is our first function.
So it is a function.
I'm sorry, our first relation.
What is a function?
Oh, that was the best squiggly I've ever made. That's so much
I
writing.
can't. I can.
I believe you could birds.
Nope, I don't want anybody y'all to answer. Let's just let everybody get caught up.
Jeez, so much.
Okay, so the questions we're going to ask ourselves are, does every input have only one output? So in other words, do the x values repeat? Right? So that phrase, every input has one output, is just like saying, do the x values repeat?
That's the right answer.
So what do we think? Function or not a function?
Function.
It is a function. Yep. Nope, it has nothing to do with, we're not trying to figure out the rules. We're just asking ourselves, is it a function or not? So we're not dealing with, see, I told you if someone was going to try to jump ahead and do linear or nonlinear, we're not there yet.
Stop being a smarter, Alec.
Yes, this is a function. Okay, our x values don't repeat. So at this point, we are ignoring the y values. It doesn't matter that every y value was 2. We don't care about that. This is just a horizontal line. If I were to graph it, it would look like a horizontal line. Horizontal lines can be functions. Okay, vertical lines, no. That means every x value is the same. That's not a function. Right?
No, stop.
We're going to draw a table.
That's wrong, no.
Jason, how many times should a sharp
For real.
Your pencil is sharp.
For real.
Very sharp means
Okay, is this a function or not a function? Carson, why not?
Because the input has 2 zeros.
Yep.
Whoa, what? Oh, I forgot.
So when we're looking at just the inputs, what are the inputs also known as?
the one
Domain.
Domain and
range.
Oh,
x. Yes. So these are our x's, these are our y's. We're only looking to see if the x values repeat. We have a 0 and a 0, which means that that is no longer a function. Okay. Thank you.
For football? Yeah. When did you do that? Before our game. Against
What'd you do?
2-2. No, 3 weeks ago.
What did you do?
I'm talking about pictures.
So all we want to look at are the x values. Do any of these get used more than once? No. So is it a function? Yes. It's a 15.
class were you guys in when Queen died?
Social studies.
Social studies?
I think it was before sixth period,
Because
wasn't
it was like before, it was like 1 o'clock, I think.
No, it was sixth period.
Sixth period.
Even when they let us know, she
Yeah.
they said
Cause
she
they-
died
they-
this morning. She
Oh
died
yeah,
in the
Jack.
morning.
She didn't die in the morning because I was watching the Today Show because I was sick, so I was watching the Today Show and they were talking about how they were all at her
No,
stage.
Carson told you that she was in bad
Everyone was
news.
going to see her, and then at like again on the news, it was like 12:45. Like it was like breaking news that she died.
Pretty
sure
she died during.
Bro, imagine if it's just like
No,
live.
she didn't.
I don't think so. I don't think they would lie about the date. That'd be strange, but. Okay, so when you look here at this diagram, when you look here at this diagram,